Have a small space? Check out these smart design ideas. A tiny cottage in Chicago, a London flat that wastes no space,
There's no correlation between size and happiness.
and big collections in a little apartment. That's next. Jeannie Engelbach is a photo archivist who works out of her apartment in New York City's East Village. The neighborhood is great for finding the quirky items she loves to display in her small space.
Hey, I'm Jeannie. This is Little Bit. We live in the East Village of New York City. Why don't you come over and see my very cool apartment?
Jeannie added personality to her 850 square foot apartment without making any structural changes.
Because I live in a rental apartment, I couldn't really do a lot of building, so I kind of started painting the walls. Sunshine yellow, fireball orange, bubblegum pink, minty green. Any color that appealed to me somehow went on a wall.
Jeannie added a large mirror and a table to set things down on to make the foyer feel like a separate space.
When people come into the door swings open and you see what I would like to refer to as a dash of Pee-wee's Playhouse, pop culture merchandise museum, and a little dash of romper room, because it's really playful. Regardless of the size of home you have, when you do collect things, it is really important to keep the collections together.
If you have a collection of objects, sometimes the temptation is to spread them throughout the apartment. Don't do that. If you keep them all together in a display case or on a shelf, it keeps it orderly.
Jeannie started out with a standard rental kitchen.
I painted the back wall a super glossy orange because the kitchen should be bright and cheery, even though cooking doesn't take place in it. And then I used oilcloth as a backsplash. What I ended up doing was creating a wallpaper, and it's great because you can wash it down, and it adds a really fun dimension to the kitchen. And it's not permanent, so being a rental apartment, you can just take it off and no one's the wiser.
She keeps collections with a dining theme in the dining room.
This is a teacup collection that I inherited from my grandmother, and what's really cool is that she actually collected individual teacups and saucers, so not one of them is duplicated. My favorite collection of all are the lunch boxes. I love them. I love cartoons, I love color, and I love food, so it really is the perfect collectible. Chandelier is actually my very favorite object in the entire apartment. In lieu of the more traditional chain covers, what I ended up doing was making a cornucopia of fake flowers, and ended up trying to create the illusion that, you know, the flowers kind of go up and extend itself through the ceiling.
Jeannie created a bright and cheery sitting area within the larger space.
Whereas the emphasis in other rooms has been collectibles, this is actually more about the artwork. I have artwork behind me, I also have family photos, and of course, the living room too has to have some oilcloth. These are really comfortable pillows, and so you just pop on the couch, lean up against the pillows, put your feet into the garden, and pop yourself a piece of candy.
The bold colors continue into the bedroom.
This time I've emphasized colors that you'd find in a candy store. Pinks, greens, purples. The pillow allows me to have sweet dreams at night. I love candy. I'm just gonna say that out loud. So I really respond to candy-colored things. Sometimes I repurpose things that I've already had. This armoire, I ended up covering the entire perimeter with bottle caps filled with minute little images of things that I adore, and then doing pin-ups from an old calendar on the side, and then you have all of your t-shirts accessible and neatly folded, and I love it now that I have it more me and less generic.
This apartment is full of ideas for the nomadic renter. You can take a lot of inexpensive materials like oilcloth and bottle caps and ribbon and paint, transform the space, make it yours, but none of it's permanent.
The best part about living in a small space is that it allows you, in fact, thrusts itself upon you to really surround yourself with things that you love. There's no room for something you have lukewarm feelings for. I think this apartment definitely speaks to my personality in that it's bright, it's cheerful, it kind of comes at you full force with bright colors, but by the same token, it doesn't overwhelm you.